We now return to Let's Play Cypher, a game that is a pain in the butt to try and record. Okay, so when we last left off, I had escaped from my apartment and I am now in Harajuku looking for Tech Noir, trying to get this code out of my head. So, I'm at a crossroads right now. I probably want to go to Harajuku, since I'm in the street market right now anyway. I don't know where this Tech Noir is, so I'm going to have to find someone. But let's go ahead and go west. Before the Harajuku station was closed because of terrorist attacks, this was the fashion capital of the world. Cosplayers and young people came to socialize here. Today it works as Neo-Sushi's Red District. Prostitution is allowed only under Yakuza protection. Mutants display their goods, locked inside smart glass booths that become translucent when a customer slides their multi-card through the magnetic receiver, is that what they're calling it, and steps inside. Some of the booths are empty. Some you see only the movement of shadows through the glowing tubes. There is a path that leads straight to Meiji Street to the north. At the east you see a path that leads back to Jingumae Crossing. To the south you see a path leading to Azuki Street. To the west you see one of the booths is free. There's a four-breasted young Japanese inside dancing to the rhythm of chamame music. Watching her move is like watching wine being poured into a glass. She winks her big green eyes at you and makes a gesture toward the magnetic lock on the booth, and then she blows you a kiss you pretend to grab and put inside your pocket. Well, what the hell? Go inside booth. Look, booth. You see a young Japanese woman inside, slowly moving her four breasts at you. Clearly she's a mutant. Open booth. Okay, well I guess I have to pay first, so use multi-card on booth. The west booth floor glows with a green light, indicating you just paid for a good time. The woman inside giggles and sticks her tongue out at you in a playful way. She gestures for you to open the door. You spend 20 credits. You now have 380. I didn't even know how much I had on there. Okay. Open booth door. Open door. Go inside booth. Open the door. Open west door. The booth shaft slides up and the cheap perfume smell that comes from the inside makes your eyes go wet. That was a very erotic sentence. The young Japanese woman stands in a provocative position and signals you to step inside with her index finger. Step inside booth. Harajuku Street Market, Melina's Tube. The tube is so small, Melina has to stand on top of your shoes to fit in. She squeezes her four breasts against your broken ribs and tries a shy kiss that you interrupt with a moan of pain. She notices you are injured and pushes you away for a moment. Then she begins to play with your hair with a look that tells you she knows you aren't here for a good time, but for information. Can it be both? After you step inside the booth, all lights begin to glow bright red, blocking the view from the outside. The door to your east has a pulsating yellow button with the legend, "Exit, come back soon." Melina stares at you with big green eyes that could melt even androids. She plays with her bubblegum while giving little taps with her fingernails to your arm implants. The door closes behind you, and the people begin whistling and cheering. Melina. Got any gum? Well, I don't suppose you have to talk much with your mouth full. Melina. Where is Tech Noir? I don't know what you're talking about, darling. I've never been there. The way she says it is weird, like trying to avoid the subject for fear. Melina. What's wrong? Come again? Oh no, wait. Giggles. Right, Melina, I really need to find Tech Noir. Tech Noir is not a place I'm familiar with. Sorry, puppy. She lies the best she can. Something slides from her hand into your pocket, and the sassy smile she throws at you makes you feel warm under the collar. That didn't show up on the right, so I'm going to have to look at my inventory. You are carrying a multi-card blue keycard note, passcode, taser, flyer, plasma cutter. Look, flyer. Hey, what are you doing? Stupid American, don't do it here. She whispers in your ear and pushes your hand out of your pocket. Well, no, that's not what well... Melina, can't you tell me where Tech Noir is? Okay. I don't think I'm gonna get anything more here. Well... yeah, okay. Push yellow button. The door makes a series of noises and then unlocks with a long beep. The east door is unlocked. Bye-bye, sweet cake. Come back soon. She gives you a friendly pat on your broken ribs and then laughs at it. Punch? No. Open east door. The door slides open again, and the people standing outside quickly turn their eyes away, pretending they weren't looking. Melina puts on a sad face and blows you little kisses, making a heart gesture on her chest. Step outside. Okay, to the west you see Melina's tube has now become occupied. It's glowing red and you cannot see inside. Okay, let's look at this flyer now. Look at flyer. The flyer can't be bent, but it's small enough to fit your pocket. It's printed in holographic paper. When not held, it turns transparent. When it's held, it goes pink. Read flyer? The flyer reads something street de Tanoshi Jikan, something about Tech Noir pub, Blue Dragon sign, and something about the Yakuza. You need someone who can translate this better than you dumbass. Okay, let's go find someone who can do this. Look for someone in the street. Right, okay. How about if I just look at the market? Can I see a sign? Look, street? Alright, well, I'm actually writing down a map here. Old school style, so I don't get lost. Let's go south. The narrow corridor of tents selling cheap holographic jewelry imitations are Azuki, a well-known gathering place for neo-sushi low-life scum in need of a quick gig. You walk shoulder to shoulder with tourists and sailors who come fishing for inexpensive presents for the sole purpose of impressing Harajuku prostitutes. Waste of time, since the girls sell those back to the vendors at the end of their shift for an extra buck. There is a path to the north leading to Harajuku. At the east you see a line of people going through a path leading to Moichi Street. For a moment, a woman in red cowboy boots appears to be following you through the crowd of tourists. She vanishes behind a pushcart. I think we'd better get the hell out of here. Go east. This is Moichi Street, where implants are repaired by shady vendors. Ah, this is sort of what I need. Most of the fixes these crooked dealers provide are only temporary. If you stay long enough, you'll catch more than a few of them switching tents and clothes every 15 minutes to avoid getting beat up by angry returning customers. People walk Moichi Street trying to ignore the junkies begging for implants on every corner. They wear anything people throw in the trash, even used parts. But they just shove it into themselves? In the long run, this is where most retrievers end up. A path to the west leads back to Azuki Street. To the north, there's a path that takes you to Jingumae. To the east, goes to Atomic Street. Can I just look around? Look at vendors? How about just look at Moichi Street? Alright, well, go east because we're being followed. Zotomic! Here you find the latest air filters and oxygen masks for sale, next to a line of restaurants whose specialties are cloned fish. Half the price of real ones, radiation-free. Most of the people who come here are expatriates. Think buying a gas mask will reduce their risk of contracting red lung disease somehow. There's a path to the west that will take you to Moichi Street. To the north, see Cat Street. One of the small tents has photos of used prosthetics and a big sign reading Tetsuo Emporium. You guessed the skinny man eating snacks behind the counter is Tetsuo. Look at Tetsuo. The fat Japanese man stands behind a tent of used prosthetics. Well, let's go ask him if he knows. Tetsuo. Where is Tech Noir? No, me can't help you, sorry. He doesn't want to talk about it. Okay. Show Tetsuo. No, wait, that's not how. Show flyer to Tetsuo. Sorry, not interested, says the skinny man and goes back to his snacks. Wait, what? Didn't it say he was a fat man? Look, Tetsuo. Wow, there's a contradiction there. Okay, well, maybe he can help me with my faulty implants. Ask Tetsuo, do you fix implants? Oh, English? I do not speak English, sorry. Be more specific. Fuck you, Tetsuo. Okay, how about Tetsuo, can you fix prosthetics? Me not allowed to trade with Gaijin. Stupid Yakuza rules. We lose customers. Here, have mini crowbar. Gift. Come back over weekend. I sell to you then. No Yakuza on weekends. He gives you a small crowbar the size of a pen. Tetsuo, tell me about the Yakuza. Now that's remarkably unhelpful. Look. Mini crowbar. Look. Crowbar? Inventory. Look, mini crowbar. The mini crowbar, by the Minimal Corporation, is the only one of their 6 products that is actually small. Forged from a patented metal, the mini crowbar puts regular-sized crowbars to shame. Sounds useful. I guess we go north then, to Cat Street. This street is full of tents with big TV sets displaying the latest of electronic entertainment. Hundreds of teens push themselves into a crowd to get the chance of buying the latest game card import from Shanghai. The ones who manage to buy one have to deal with the horde of anxious teens who try to buy it back from them at any cost. There used to be arcades over here, when Yakuza weren't around. Apparently they had a hard time controlling what went inside, especially with people making deals behind the machines. Another path at the north leads to Aoyama Street. Okay, I guess we're going north again. There's a line of people waiting to have their prosthetics upgraded with new firmwares outside the small shops. Neon signs flicker under acid raindrops, while the Clemen blimp you saw earlier floats hundreds of feet above your head, running a tea advertisement in French. You see a line of food stands near the software tents. They are selling all sorts of food, American, Thai, Italian, French, but above all, traditional Japanese food. An old Japanese woman beheads chickens on a new food stand. They are probably cloned since real ones are illegal, but the stand reads Kiki's Chicken, in shiny new neon letters. Kiki. Where is Tech Noir? Bad place. Everyone knows it's a bad place. Me don't know anything. She chops 2 chickens' heads at once, displaying an amazing strength from a woman her age. Kiki, I really need to find Tech Noir. Yes, Tech Noir. Yakuza pub. Bad people. She holds a chicken by its legs while saying it. Looks strange to see a chicken cry. Let's show flyer to Kiki. Ah, Tech Noir flyer. Yes, that says there. Bad place, everyone says. Bad place. Yakuza place. The woman looks like she understands what's written on the flyer. Kiki, what does the flyer say?
Vegeta, what does the flyer say?
What? Me sell chicken here. Chicken, see? Kiki, can you tell me what the... Can you read the flyer for me? Kiki, for the love of God, where is Tech Noir? Please. Please. Tech Noir flyer. Only holder can read it. Blank, see? Says the woman while showing you the paper is holographic, meaning only the person holding it can read the content of the flyer. Give flyer to Kiki. Let me see. Says for a good time, visit Tech Noir nightclub at Meiji Street. Look for the blue dragon sign. I pretty much got that. Only Yakuza, see? Told you. Yakuza. Bad place. Don't go there. The woman throws the flyer away. Hey! I paid $20 for that. So it's in Meiji Street. So I could have... Whatever. Where is Meiji Street? Now it said that... when I first got here it said that Takashita Meiji Street was in that area, so I guess we will go west. The food push carts are cluttered with locals and tourists trying to get a good spot to eat. The smell of fried vegetables and cloned chicken makes you forget for a second you are a wanted man with corrupted data in your synapse. Old-timers play hack-a-server cards over glowing boards while smoking cigarettes in plain sight. These are not just illegal, but banned from the continent and all free zones. To the east there's a path that leads to Aoyama Street. To the west you can reach Meiji Street. Well, that's where I want to go. One of the old-timers has a yellow jacket with Shinsen written in big bold letters on his back. He looks like a regular player. See, now, you can only interact with people when you know their name, just because of the way the syntax works, so you have to find these people. Now, I know where Tech Noir is, but I suppose I can ask him anyway. Shinsen... Actually, let's look at the man first. Look. Shinsen. Shinsen sits on a small bench playing hack-a-server against a man that looks twice his age. Of course, Shinsen can be older than him, but with skin implants, you never know for sure. Shinsen. Where is Tech Noir? A pub, yes. Melina know about it. Me? I just play cards. Now go away. Well, I've already talked to Melina, and we know where it is anyway. So, go west. Meiji. Clothes and accessories from all over the 6 free zones are sold here. Human skin for illegal face transplants, thermal gloves, D-bicycle helmets, cat-eye goggles, silicone boots, imitation leather jackets, and some things you've never even heard of hang from each of the stands. There are no prices on display. Those are arranged at the moment of the transaction, since they include a fee paid to the Yakuza for smuggling the goods through the borders. Something calls your attention. You see a cleverly disguised passage between 2 stands to the north. It's very narrow, but it's there, along with the blue dragon neon sign on top. The passage matches perfectly with the mess of the stands. No wonder you missed it before. I wasn't even here before. To the east it's a path, yeah. Go north. Maybe I should save first. Go north. Tech Noir Nightclub Hall. The air is dead in here. You have to break the thick smoke curtain with your hand every 2 steps to be able to see where you're going. The music is so loud your eyelids tend to close by reflex with the tempo. Projected images of wild nature, women, and cars cover every... Yeah, because in a nightclub, I want to see big pictures of cars on the walls. Cover every inch of the nightclub ceiling. Or the ceiling, whatever, switching into old samurai movies and fashion clips as you walk in. The laughter of the cheap Harajuku women, while you push people out of the way, reminds you of why Lime always picks these kinds of places to have meetings. Someone steps on you twice before apologizing. You don't look Yakuza, and people here know it. To the east you see the bar, where young Yakuzas drink heavily and party loudly, pushing each other in a pitiful attempt of manhood. The bar extends itself to the west, where more Yakuza are having their drink in a more relaxed environment. At the north you see the dance floor. To the south is Tech Noir's exit. And here is the end of the video. See you next time. But wait, there's more. let's look at some of the characters we just met. Melina, victim of the changes the Earth's magnetic fields went through after the moon incident. Melina was, like many others, born with physical mutations. Although in her particular case they turned out to be very lucrative. The young Japanese woman, whose real name is not Melina, of course, is the proud owner of 4 breasts. Yes, you can count them again, 4. She uses her vast talent over the Harajuku pleasure booths with a wide variety of clients who marvel at the sight of her. Melina is not a native English speaker, but understands enough to fulfill her job description with honors. It is no surprise that some of the most prominent Yakuza members are well known to be some of the oldest customers she has managed to harvest. The girl's incomparable talents are well known throughout the Harajuku sector, and tourists line up to get inside her pleasure booth. Wink. Tetsuo is one of the many Chinese immigrants living in Neo-Sushi. Like most in his situation, by law Tetsuo is forbidden from operating any kind of business within city borders. Licenses to commercialize used prosthetics in any way are, in most cases, denied to immigrants, and even if they weren't, the price the corporations have fixed for acquiring one is so high most people can spend their whole lives working, and they wouldn't even get close to making the first down payment. In the meanwhile, Tetsuo has a small minor modifications tent in the Harajuku market, under the watch of the Yakuza clans, which grant him and all other tent owners protection from police and bounty hunters, for a small weekly fee. Owning a legal business is not the only permission immigrants are denied over Neo-Sushi City. Some of the restrictions include jail time, up to 5 years for non-reported reproduction, impossibility to read, or owning books that are not in the allowed reading list, monthly distributed to the Department of Culture, or even learning kanji. Of course, this doesn't stop Tetsuo, or the other millions of immigrants in his same situation, from bending some of the rules in their favor. Kiki has a tent in Harajuku Market where she fools tourists by selling clone chickens as real ones, which are impossible to find at the price she pretends they're worth. The main difference between a cloned animal and a real one resides in its flavor, which Kiki cleverly disguises by moving her tent away when a tourist buys from her. By the time the fooled tourist returns to one of the biggest markets in Japan, Kiki is blocks away selling cloned chicken to another naive customer. Since there isn't really any way to disguise the taste of a cloned animal, most people agree they taste like eating cardboard. This is the only and most common way of tricking tourists into buying food from the many tents Harajuku's market has to offer. A long time ago, Kiki had a son tested to join the Yakuza, but he was killed by rival members in a firefight before the consideration could be passed on to one of the bosses. Despite being heartbroken by the incident, Kiki is a very nice and disinterested person, and is usually willing to help anyone who comes her way, especially those who know how to treat her well. Shinsen. Not really much is known about this old man playing hack-a-server on the streets of Harajuku, only that he loves playing the virtual card game and hates it when someone breaks his concentration, especially if he's about to cheat. Doesn't matter if it's raining, doesn't matter if there's a moon dust storm, doesn't matter if there's a Yakuza clan fight going on, Shinsen is always sitting in the same spot, doing the same thing he has done for the past 6 years, playing hack-a-server with anybody who cares to lose to him. Twice a day he gets up, once to go to the bathroom and grab a bite to eat, and the other to visit the pleasure booths. He's been banned from using those, but he goes anyway to watch the girls dance for free. Spending that much time sitting in one spot has its privileges. Shinsen is ignored by most people, but he doesn't ignore what's going on around him. So this little Japanese man can be a great source of information.